Hello, my dear. I am Louise Hay, and today we are going to talk about a very tender part of your heart, the part that yearns for connection but somehow finds itself alone. You wonder why your relationships seem to follow the same painful script. You give so much, you try so hard, yet a chasm of distance always seems to appear between you. You've read the books, you've changed your behaviors, you have tried to be the perfect partner, hoping this time it would be different, that this time they would stay. And the exhaustion is profound, isn't it? It's the deep weariness of constantly performing for love, only to be met with the familiar silence of someone pulling away. You start to believe the problem is you, that something is fundamentally broken within you, something that makes you unlovable or too much for anyone to truly hold. But what if I told you the pattern has nothing to do with what you do, and everything to do with a quiet, hidden belief that you are not worthy of being loved? This belief operates in the shadows, my dear. It makes you act from a place of fear and scarcity, not from the boundless, authentic love that resides within your soul. So the work is not about learning new tricks to keep someone close. It's not about fixing some imaginary flaw or becoming smaller to be more acceptable to others. Today, we are going to heal that core wound. We will learn to draw closer to ourselves with such profound acceptance that love will have no choice but to mirror it. Because the love you truly seek, the love that stays, is a reflection of the love you finally give to yourself. Let's begin this sacred journey back to your heart. The root of this painful distance isn't found in your actions. It's a quiet whisper you learned long ago. I am not worthy of love just as I am. This is the central wound. This single belief is the seed from which all your fear-based behaviors grow. It is the hidden engine that powers the very pattern of pushing love away that you so despise. When you believe you are not worthy, you perform for love instead of simply receiving it. You chase, you fix, you overgive, hopping to finally prove your value to another. But this energy is not the energy of love, it is the energy of deep anxiety. It feels like a subtle demand, a constant need for validation that eventually feels heavy to others. Subconsciously, you are sending a message. Please prove to me that I am lovable, because deep down, I do not believe it myself. This is a burden no one can carry for you. Where did this belief come from? It often begins in childhood, where we concluded that love was conditional. We learned that we had to earn it by being good, quiet, or helpful. So you became a master at anticipating the needs of others while completely ignoring your own. You learned that pleasing them was the only way to secure a fragile sense of belonging. As an adult, this translates into seeking partners who are emotionally unavailable. It feels familiar and almost comfortable to have to constantly work for love and prove your worth. This pattern makes being your true, authentic self feel terrifying. You fear that if they saw the real you with all your needs and flaws, they would surely run away, so you hide. And in hiding your true self, you create the very distance you fear most. You push them away not with your imperfections, but with the walls you build to conceal them. Do you see, my dear, this is not a character flaw. It is a survival strategy that has outlived its purpose. It is simply a program running in your subconscious mind. You are not alone in this. So many beautiful souls walk this earth believing they must endlessly audition for love. It is one of the most common human wounds. The real cause of the distance in your relationships is the distance you have created from your own authentic heart. You abandoned yourself first, long before anyone else did. Therefore, the cure is not to change for someone else. The cure is to finally, unconditionally, come home to yourself, to learn to love the person you have been hiding away. If you recognize this pattern in your heart, take a gentle breath. Acknowledging this root cause is the first, most powerful step toward lasting healing. You are now ready. So let's take an honest inventory together. Let's look at the true cost of this pattern. How many times have you silenced what you truly felt just to avoid a conflict? You held your tongue, swallowed your needs, and called it compromise. But was it, or was it a slow erasure of your own soul? Think of the exhaustion, the mental fatigue of constantly trying to guess what the other person wants, what they need, what will make them happy. Do you even remember who you were before you started shrinking yourself to fit into spaces that were never meant for you? Can you recall the sound of your own laughter, unfiltered and free, before you began to worry if it was too loud or too much for someone else? How many sleepless nights have you spent replaying conversations, wondering what you could have said differently, what you should have done better? This constant state of high alert is not love, my dear. It is a survival mode. You are guarding a connection that feels perpetually fragile. And what about your dreams? The hobbies, the passions, the friendships you let fade into the background because they took up too much space. You believed that if you poured everything you had into them, they would finally see your worth, but you were pouring from a well that was already running dry. Do you confuse intensity with intimacy, mistaking the drama of an unstable connection for the passion of a deep love? Look at your own reflection. Do you see a person who is cherished or a person who is constantly auditioning for a role they may never get? How often have you said yes with your lips when every cell in your body was screaming no? This deep-seated belief that you are not enough makes you accept crumbs of affection as if they were a feast you have been starving for so long. You have become a chameleon, changing your colors to match the expectations of others, forgetting the beautiful, unique shade that is your own true self. The price you have paid is your own inner peace. You have traded your serenity for the chaotic hope that someone else might finally validate you. That validation never truly comes, does it? Because the only approval that will ever fill that void is your own. This is the accounting of your pain. Look at it without judgment, but with clarity. This is what we are here to heal today. But here is the great secret, the beautiful turning point in your story. The solution has never been about changing them. It has always been about coming home to you. The path to a love that stays is not found by pleasing others more. It is found by valuing yourself first. And I hear that little voice inside you protest, but that sounds selfish. Let us be very clear on this. Loving yourself is not selfishness, it is profound self-preservation. It is the most generous act you can commit, for you cannot give what you do not have within. You have been trying to water a garden with an empty watering can. It's time to fill your own well first. The work is not to become more lovable to someone else. It is to become unshakably lovable to yourself. This is the real work of the heart. It is a gentle turning inward. You will stop asking, "What do they need from me?" and start asking, "What do I need for myself?" And this will require you to set boundaries. This is not about building walls. A boundary is not a declaration of war. It is a quiet statement of self-respect. It is you lovingly telling the universe, "I honor my own energy. I protect my own peace." Putting yourself first does not mean you are cold. It means you are finally being true. You do not need to be harsh. You only need to be clear. Your truth, spoken with love, is a gift to yourself and to others. It teaches them how to treat you. This healing is not about fixing your wrong behaviors. It's about healing the belief that you are wrong. You are not broken. You are a whole and complete soul who simply learned a painful lie about your worth. Today, we choose to unlearn it. We choose a new belief. This is the great reversal. You stop seeking validation from the outside. You become your own source of approval, your own safe place to land. When you do this, something magical begins to happen in your life. The outer world starts to reorganize itself to match your new inner reality. People who thrive on your self-abandonment will gently fall away. It is not a loss, it is a clearing. And those who are drawn to your wholeness will appear. They will mirror the respect you have for yourself. You will no longer be attracted to the chaos of having to prove yourself. You will be drawn to the calm of being truly seen and accepted just as you are. This is not a fantasy. This is the spiritual law of reflection. What you hold as true within your heart must be mirrored back to you. So the question is no longer, how do I make them stay? The question becomes, how do I stay with myself lovingly and completely? This is the most important relationship you will ever nurture. If you are ready to commit to this sacred relationship with yourself, write "Ayu Mariso" in the comments. Let this be your declaration, an anchor for your new beginning. You are not abandoning anyone by choosing yourself. You are finally occupying your own life. This is not about being perfect. It is about being present for yourself with all your beautiful imperfections. You stop trying to earn love and you start to simply embody it. You become the love you have been so desperately seeking from others. This is your power. It has been inside you all along, waiting for you to claim it. The distance you felt from others was only a reflection of the distance from your own soul. So let's close that gap. Let's come home. Let's begin the sacred practice of loving you just as you are. This is the turn. This is your liberation. This is where the painful pattern ends and a new story of true connection begins. Now let us put this new decision into sacred practice. Find a comfortable position where you will not be disturbed. Gently close your eyes. This is a holy conversation with your own beautiful soul. Place one or both of your hands over your heart. Feel the warmth of your own touch, your own life force. This is the center of your being, the place from which all true and lasting love radiates. Let's take a breath together now. Inhale deeply through your nose, filling your lungs with the air of new possibility. Feel your chest expand with the promise of a deep and unconditional healing. Now exhale slowly through your mouth with an audible sigh. With this breath, release the exhaustion of performing for love. Let go of the heavy burden of constantly proving your own worthiness. Once more, breathe in self-acceptance. Welcome the permission to be exactly who you are in this very moment. Feel the profound peace that comes with this simple and powerful inner agreement. With your hands on your heart and your breath steady, I want to offer you a new set of words. These are not just words, they are keys. They are the keys to unlock the home that is inside you. These words are your new truth. Repeat them after me at first just to feel their shape. We will say them silently in our hearts or softly aloud, whichever feels safest and most true for you. Here's your affirmation anchor. Let it rest gently in your mind. I am worthy of love exactly as I am. Feel the quiet power in that simple statement. It is the absolute truth of your being. Let's add the second part. I am my own safe home. This is your declaration of emotional independence. This is where you reclaim your power and find your unshakable center of peace and love. Now let's put it all together. Breathe in deeply. And as you exhale, repeat these words in your mind. I am worthy of love exactly as I am. I am my own safe home. Let the words land. Don't worry if your mind resists or argues. That is just the old programming trying to protect you. Simply notice it without judgment and gently return to the words. Let's say it once more. Breathe in as you breathe out. I am worthy of love exactly as I am. I am my own safe home. Feel the vibration of these words, even if you do not fully believe them yet. We are planting seeds. Feel the space these words create inside of you, a little pocket of peace in the storm of self-doubt. This is your sanctuary. This is the truth that has always been waiting for your return. Let's focus on the first part. I am worthy of love. Feel that in your heart, not because of what you do or how you look, but simply because you exist. Your worthiness is your birthright. Now the next part, exactly as I am, without changing a thing, with all your fears, your quirks, your history, and your beautiful imperfections, you are worthy in this very moment. Allow that truth to wash over you like a warm, gentle wave. There is no test to pass, no audition to win. Your being is enough. Your essence is love. You do not have to earn this anymore. Now feel the final piece. I am my own safe home. Imagine creating a beautiful, warm, and loving space inside your own heart, a place where you can always return for comfort and for peace. This inner home is always available to you. No one can take it away from you. It is your sovereign space. It is where your soul can finally rest and feel completely and utterly cherished. Let's repeat the full affirmation again, this time trying to embody its meaning. Inhale deeply. Exhale, I am worthy of love exactly as I am. I am my own safe home. Feel it deeper this time. Imagine these words are like a golden light filling the space where the anxiety used to live. See this light expanding from your heart, filling every single cell in your body with acceptance. This is the feeling of coming home to yourself. This is the peace you have been searching for in others. It was here all along, my dear, waiting patiently for you to turn your attention inward. Let your body relax into this new truth. Let your shoulders drop. Let the tension in your jaw release. You are safe. You are loved. You are whole. You are finally, truly, and deeply home. This practice is your anchor. Whenever the old pattern of fear arises, you will return to this. You will place your hand on your heart, you will breathe, and you will remember your new truth. I am worthy of love exactly as I am. I am my own safe home. Let this be the new soundtrack of your mind, the gentle hum beneath all your thoughts. It is your compass pointing you to you. You are reprogramming your subconscious mind with the highest truth. Every time you repeat this, you are strengthening a new neural pathway. You are building the foundation for a love that mirrors this. Feel the shift in your energy. The frantic need to seek approval outside yourself begins to dissolve. It is replaced by a quiet, confident, and very centered sense of your own intrinsic value. This is not a one-time fix, but a lifelong practice of devotion to yourself. It is the most important relationship you will ever nurture. It is the source of all other healthy relationships. Let's say it one final time, sealing it into our hearts as our unwavering truth. Take your deepest breath of the day and let it go with these words: I am worthy of love exactly as I am. I am my own safe home. Let the feeling of this truth settle deep within your bones. Know that you have just performed a profound act of healing. You have chosen to love yourself back to life. This is the core of the work. It is simple, it is profound, and it is available to you in any moment. This feeling of worthiness is not something you find, it is something you remember. And you are remembering it right now. You are waking up to the magnificent truth of who you have always been, a being of light, completely and utterly deserving of all the love in the universe, especially the love that comes from yourself. This is the greatest love story you will ever live, the story of how you finally stopped searching for a home and realized you were one all along. Let a gentle smile grace your lips, a smile of recognition, of relief, of deep, resonant peace. You have done the work. You have planted the seed of unconditional self-love in your heart. Now your only job is to water it every single day with this affirmation. Nurture it with kindness. Protect it with your boundaries. Watch as it blossoms into a life you could only imagine. When you are ready, you can slowly begin to bring your awareness back to the room around you. Wiggle your fingers and your toes, feeling the energy flowing through your reclaimed body. This feeling of peace and self-possession is your new natural state. Carry it with you as you open your eyes. You are not the same person who started this journey. You have come home to you. Your heart is now attuned to a new frequency, the frequency of self-love. This energy is magnetic. It will draw to you experiences and people who resonate with your newfound sense of worth. You no longer need to push love away because you are no longer afraid of being seen. You are secure in your own heart, and that security is the most attractive quality you could ever possess. The pattern is broken, not by force, but by a gentle, loving return to the truth. You did this. You held your own hand and guided yourself out of the darkness. This power is yours always. If you felt a shift inside you, if you are ready to make this your new reality, write PAZ in the comments below. Let it be a public declaration of your commitment to your own inner peace. Do you see the beautiful reversal that has happened here, my dear? You came to this space with a single, painful question in your heart. You asked, how can I stop pushing love away from me? You believed the problem was an external one, a pattern to be managed, a set of behaviors you needed to fix in order to please another. But the universe, in its infinite wisdom, had a much deeper lesson for you. The journey was never about learning the secret to make someone else stay. The true, sacred journey was about learning how to finally stay with yourself. You thought the goal was to become more attractive to a potential partner. The real goal was to become irresistibly attractive to your own magnificent soul. You were searching for a safe home in the unpredictable heart of another. And all along, the most beautiful sanctuary was waiting right inside of you. You worried about the painful distance others created in your life. Now you understand that was only a mirror for the distance from your own spirit. So the work is not to anxiously try to close the gap with them. It is to lovingly and completely close the gap with your authentic self. The desperate, exhausting search for external validation ends today. It ends the moment you become your own unshakable source of approval. Do you feel the monumental shift in this profound understanding? You stop performing in the hopes of being chosen by someone else. And instead, you finally deeply and completely choose yourself. This is not a small change. This is a total transformation of your inner reality. The deep fear of being left is healed by the promise you make to your own heart. The promise that you will never, ever abandon yourself again, no matter what. This is the source of true security. This is what unshakable peace feels like. You no longer seek a relationship in order to feel complete. You are already whole. You were whole all along, just waiting to be seen by you. Now you attract someone who can celebrate and honor that wholeness with you. You thought you needed to hide or fix your flaws in order to be loved. The healing came when you learned to love yourself unconditionally, flaws and all. The external world has no choice but to reorganize itself around this new truth. When you stop abandoning yourself, you stop attracting partners who will. It is a fundamental law of energy, a beautiful and perfect spiritual equation. The love you were once chasing was conditional, something to be earned. The love you now embody is your divine birthright. It simply and powerfully is. So you see, you did not come here today for simple relationship advice. You came here for a soul retrieval. You came here to reclaim your own heart. You wanted to fix a connection out there with another person. You are leaving having healed the primary connection, the one right in here. If you commit to this sacred truth, write "Ayu Mariso" in the comments now. This is your new life, a quiet freedom from old anxiety. You walk in the world not as a seeker of love, but as an embodiment of it. This profound peace is your divine and natural state of being. Feel this profound sense of wholeness that now radiates from your very core. You no longer seek a partner to complete you, for you now know that you have always been entirely and beautifully whole. You have done such beautiful work today. Did you enjoy this sacred reflection? Let this feeling of peace settle deep within your bones, becoming your new and most natural state of being from now on. I would love to connect with you on an even deeper level. Please tell me, from which beautiful city in the world are you listening to my voice today? Let us create a global web of love together. If this message has touched a part of your soul and sparked a true healing within you, consider supporting my work by sending a super thanks. It helps me to continue this sacred healing mission. Your loving support allows me to bring these teachings of healing and self-acceptance to more beautiful souls who are ready and willing to come home to themselves. Every gesture is deeply felt here. Our journey together does not have to end here. Remember to subscribe to this channel so you do not miss our next sacred session of deep healing. There is so much more for us to discover and heal. Always remember the profound truth we uncovered today. The love you give to yourself is the most powerful healing force in the entire universe. Nurture it daily, my dear, and watch your life grow. As we part for now, know that I am holding you in my heart. I see the magnificent light that you truly are. I see your courage and your beautiful, blossoming soul. You are never alone on this path. I see you, I love you unconditionally and completely just as you are. Carry this love with you until we meet again for our next journey. Until then, be so very gentle with your heart, my dear.